now in the hands of like amazingly good people that, you know, you hear about like the music industry is all shady and all that shit, but it's like people in this room that have really like protected me and stood by my side and helped me like even like enough making me a heavy hitter way early on. It helped me get the, you know, get the power to be able to help other people, and that's all I ever want to do since I first got into music. And I believe Sean's story is one of the most amazing ever because he literally got signed off of a freestyle to now, and I say it all the time, having the potential to be one of the biggest artists in the world. And I feel like he could be like what, you know, Beyonce is to R&B, that he can be that to rap music. As far as good music goes, the swag is just all the way up. This is what we do to the and you know, what we lack in like a cheap ass hook or whatever that happens and shit, we make up for in the level of attention to quality, and that's what it is. And I wanted to point out that on this project, when I say No ID, my mentor, Let the Story Begin, you know, we went through this process where I used to knock on No ID's door when I was 14 years old, and my mother knew his mother and introduced me to him, and that connection, and he had did Beats for Common, that connection, if it wasn't for No ID, I wouldn't have been to the position I got to, and there wouldn't be Sean in this position. And so as far as anybody in this room, the most important person in this room definitely has to be No ID, and it's so amazing that he is the executive producer and has brought so many amazing tracks, and you see the sensitivity in the samples and that he brings the officialness of what we grew up with from the pre-Mo style and the pre-rock style and the RZA style. Yeah! That he was definitely the Beat Nuts, Diamond D, all that shit that made the College Dropout was an extension of what Common and No ID was doing out of Chicago and from the Midwest, for us to be able to be in New York around like such important people. It's just amazing. I'm like looking at this like, wow, some real, let's see, Who Kid back there, I see Khaled right here, it's Enough right here, and I just really want to say that I feel like, you know, Jay, that line was really important when he said, No ID did the beat and I let the story begin, but it's very important that you all realize that it's not, you know, it's not just music and shit. This rap shit is real shit. It's street shit. It's all type of shit that, and No ID is literally the fucking mentor that balances all this shit out. For me, like as a little kid coming from Chicago, whether it's like protecting me and shit, whether it's like I'm pulling up in my Ford Expedition thinking everything is sweet, getting cornered by like 5 four-corner hustlers and shit, and that's the nigga that they would have to talk to, that literally put me in a position to finally make it out of Chicago, to be the one nigga that got on that fucking flight, that came out here. And it's amazing that he's the one that actually made it possible for Sean to not, you know, been there for 3 years to not get dropped, to fucking do records and push him to be his own artist, to go around on his own tours and make his own name for himself. And now, y'all heard those Good Friday tracks. I feel like there's moments where he really stepped up to the occasion and really came away with, you know, I know we don't be into like who got the best verse, who got the best verse. There's a couple moments of shit where Big Sean really stepped into his own and shit. And I just sit back, you know, I'm really, and I apologize, I was a little bit late. I had a throne to watch and shit.